The Honourable Member for Burnaby South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise today in this House to honour those who made the ultimate sacrifice to our country. The Book of Remembrance contains more than 118,000 names of Canadians who paid the ultimate price.
We remember those we lost in the line of duty. We must remember members of the Canadian Armed Forces who served our country in times of peace and war.
The 8 Books of Remembrance are really about to always remember those who served our country in times of war and peace, so we never forget. Today, 9 Canadian Armed Forces personnel killed in 2020 will be added for the first time to the Service Book of Remembrance. And I want to state the names because I think it's important for us all to continue to remember. Leading Seaman Eric Anthony Keane, Master Corporal Matthew Alexander Cousins, Sub-Lieutenant Abigail Lillian Cowbrough, Captain Kevin Matthew Hagan, Captain Brendan Ian McDonald, Captain Maxime Miron Morin, Sub-Lieutenant Matthew Kendall Pike, Captain Jennifer Rose Casey, Master Sailor James Richard McCourt. To their families and friends, I pay my respects and condolences. I assure you, they will never be forgotten.
Members of the Canadian Armed Forces have always been there for Canadians to assist them.
The most recent example of service has been during the COVID-19 pandemic under Operation Laser, where the Armed Forces rushed to help our loved ones in long-term care. They were there to support northern and remote communities, including First Nations. They were there to help with contact tracing efforts in Ontario and on First Nations reserves during the COVID-19 pandemic.
And they were there to ensure that people had access to personal protective equipment to stay safe. These are teams of nurses, medical technicians, and long-term care personnel in Ontario and Quebec.
We honor those who served us and continue to do so. Canadian veterans have made untold sacrifices for our country. Today we recognize those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for us. We must offer them the best care and services possible when they come home. Veterans tell us that they appreciate commemorative events, but they need supports that reflect that recognition from their government. We must listen and we must deliver like they did for our country, like they did for us. Veterans need reliable services that meet their needs. Veterans need one person they can call that knows them, their history, and their story. Instead, they're forced to repeat themselves every time they seek support from this government. This can be a trauma that triggers for veterans to have to retell their stories about their injuries. It is wrong to make them relive their pain and their suffering. We must be better equipped to support them. All members of this House receive calls from veterans who need help navigating Veterans Affairs Canada. We must do better for our veterans. They deserve what they are entitled to. New Democrats will keep fighting to ensure this government offers the best services possible to our veterans. We will keep fighting for their rights as we have done for a long time since the CSC have fought for pensions for veterans. They deserve no less.
On behalf of all New Democrats, we express our gratitude to all those who have served and continue to serve our country and people worldwide in tough times.
Thank you. Merci.